All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alchemy's monthly webinar series. Happy December. Happy holidays. Uh, we're really thankful that you guys decided to join us. I know December can be a little bit of a tricky month, especially with the holidays. Normally, we would have these webinars towards the end of the month. Of course, next week being Christmas, we didn't want to saddle you guys with one extra gift in your schedule and allow you a little bit of free time. But today on the webinar, we actually wanted to talk about and wrap up 2025 and then jump into 2026 because Alchemy has had a great 2025 and is looking forward to a really exciting 2026 with tons of new advancements within our offerings and enhancements to our current offerings as well. Again, thank you guys for joining. If you have questions at any point in time throughout the webinar, same as always, feel free to use the Q&A above that is enabled for the webinar, and members of my team will go ahead and answer those questions in the order that they're submitted for you. Again, today we're going to do some quick welcome intros for the speakers that will be joining me on the webinar today. We'll go over 2025's highlights, our achievements as a company, our advancements that we pushed forward with, the help of those of you on this call, both on my team and those who are currently appointed with us. And for those of you who are not yet appointed with us, obviously give you a quick refresh on what we have and what is available. We'll go through the program developments that we've done, then launch into our 2026 roadmap, cover tools for supporting you guys, and then roll into a Q&A. Then we'll wrap the webinar with some fun slides and let you guys go enjoy the rest of your December and the holiday season. For those of you who have not already met me, my name is Matt Waxman. I am the AVP of Sales and Marketing and typically the host of the monthly webinar series. Today, I am joined by a very special guest because who better to cap off 2025 and add to the excitement for 2026 than our very own president, John Myers. Additionally, on this call will be our AVP of Commercial and Underwriting Product, who is Megan Kelly. You have met her before if you have been here for any of the AGL related webinars that we have done and any of the overview webinars that we've done. So for those of you who have been here since the beginning when we rebranded to Alchemy, you would have met her all the way back then as well. Without further ado, I would like to talk about 2025 and what 2025 meant to and is continuing to deliver for Alchemy. So touching on some key achievements for us, for those of you who have been with us for a long period of time, you recognize us as Cornerstone Insurance Producers or recognized us as Cornerstone Insurance Producers. We actually underwent a successful rebrand this year from Cornerstone Insurance Producers to Alchemy Insurance Solutions, basically a better way of aligning ourselves with our own corporate vision and our own corporate culture, but also being able to take our brand to the next level, creating a recognizable brand that catapults us towards the future. We launched our 50-state admitted builders risk program right about the same time. That would have been February of 2025, listening to the needs of our agents and looking to have a full admitted program across all platforms that could compete with larger competitors out there like US Assure and Great American. Subsequently, we heard what you said and we answered. We launched our 50-state excess and surplus lines program a couple of months later. To add robustness to the program. Both of these are hosted on the new platform that we also launched this year that I will go into in a minute. We became a Lloyd's cover holder. In June, we assumed management of the Cypress Builders Risk Program for Florida and Texas, as well as assuming management for the Cypress Artisan Contractor General Liability Program within Florida, and subsequently have moved forward with expansion of class codes in that program. Some quick growth metrics, because one, I think it's really important to point it out for those of you on the call, and two, a lot of this we could not have done without you. To date, we now have over 6,000 producers onboarded across all programs and across all 50 states. That is a huge accomplishment and a big thank you to those of you who are on this call, whether you're an independent agent, a wholesaler, or a greater part of an aggregator network. We really appreciate you and your dedication to our programs. Additional to that, we have processed now a total of over 8,800 quotes year to date in 2025, which is huge. So thank you guys very, very much for that. Launching into the program developments, 2025 saw the launch of our policy management quoting interface. For those of you who have quoted in the national program or the ENS program, those are both sitting on that new policy management interface. For those of you who haven't, please take the opportunity to check us out for any of the builder's risk quotes that you have. That platform is live, has been live since February, and is continuing to be developed into a more robust tool for you, but it's a brilliantly intuitive platform that allows you to get indications within a matter of moments. And thankfully, you know, with the help of our amazing underwriting team, we're able to go ahead and return approved quotes to you in just about 4 hours or less within those programs, which is huge. And for those of you who are used to submitting for underwriting referral, I think 4 hours is a pretty agreeable time. In addition to that, we've gone ahead and improved our features, our underwriting flexibility. We went ahead and looked at our builder's risk program. We looked at the referral items that were, you know, kicking and how often they were kicking, and have gone ahead and altered those referral requirements. We've actually eased those up. So for those of you who have experienced any kind of referral reasonings for state-specific reasons or age of existing homes, these items are now more eased up and pass through a lot faster. So in a lot of these, you'll be able to put them in and you'll see that your quote will actually wind up with an approved quote without referral reason. And you can potentially move forward in that single, you know, rate quote bind flow, which I think is a huge help. It's very exciting for us to be able to offer that to you as well. Additionally to that, again, as I said before, this new platform for us includes our admitted program and our excess and surplus lines program. So if you do submit something to there and it doesn't fit in the admitted program, the system will automatically switch the risks between the admitted program and the excess and surplus lines program. When it does that, you guys will receive an instant rate with that excess and surplus lines program. If it needs referral, it will flag you for referral. But the idea being that there's no additional submission documents required. There's no additional paperwork on your behalf required to get that excess and surplus lines quote going. So again, stressing the ease of use and how important it is for you guys to be able to get the fastest rate to your clients. Again, keep the feedback coming to us because we hear it, we listen, and we're acting on it actively. So we really appreciate that. We will continue to develop this platform out, looking at, you know, future and potential rollouts to continue to make ease of use easier for you. Addition to that, and I know this is something I usually talk about on the Builders Risk webinars, are mid completions. We can write mid completions within those programs up to 30% without underwriting referral. Beyond the 30%, please go ahead and submit it. Underwriting will get back to you really quickly on it. I do want to let you know, if you are submitting a mid-completion, there's 2 pre-bind items that we will need from you. One is going to be photos of the current status of the project, and the other is going to be a no-loss form. So just keep that in mind and obtain that from your client. It'll help move the process through significantly faster. And then the other things that we're working on is expanded capacities through alternate placement options. We did go ahead and actually launch a pen program that we have now. So for those of you who have submitted in the system, if in the odds chance that you do get a declination from us, you'll be hearing from a member of our underwriting team who will reach out to you about placing those items, those risks with our pen program. So be on the lookout for that email to come in the event that you do get a declination. They will go ahead and be happy to shop it for you with no additional submissions and no additional work on your side and return a rate for you within the pen program or within our Lloyd's program. I want to highlight a couple of success stories. I think it's important to highlight some of the things that we do really well. One of the things that we promise you guys is direct access to our underwriters, and with that becomes the overall speed of transactions. There are 2 bullet points here that I want to touch on, and then there's another story that I want to share as well. But in this instance, We're looking at a Colorado agency that needed 4 million coverage for the builder's risk, and they had a closing deadline of the next day. When you guys have an escalation, reach out to our sales ops team. They can help move things along. But in reality, right now, as I said before, in that national and ENS program, we're looking at approximately a 4-hour turnaround in underwriting reviews. And since we have released some of the referral reasons, we have sped up that underwriting referral time. So please keep an eye out. You'll get notified once your submitted risk is approved and able to move forward. Additionally, on a similar topic, we had a Washington State agent who needed coverage on a multi-million-dollar project as well. Same day, called in at the end of business. For those of you who don't know, most of the time we're operating within, East Coast time. But end of the day, came in, needed our help. And actually, this one went directly to the underwriting team. They jumped in and worked together with the sales and marketing team to make sure that we could get everything lined up for closing for the same day. So those are some time-based successes. I wanted to look at just one other one that's not on here, and it's one from a few months ago where we actually were brought a risk that was about 60% completed. It was an 80,000 square foot gymnasium that belonged to a mega church over in Central Texas. They had received a non-renewal from their current carrier and were in a desperate time crunch and had financial difficulties in moving the project along. And we were able to successfully underwrite that and get a rate to them and get that bound in nearly record time so that they could move their project along. Housing market trends. And I know that this has been a topic for those of you who write builder's risk regularly or operate inside of the construction, vein. You've seen it, you've heard it from your clients. Obviously, interest rates for 2025 sustained at those higher levels for the majority of the year. With that, it created a little bit of a volatility in the market when it came to new starts. We did see some swings, but in general, the market stayed relatively stable. And we're actually looking at the positivity of those interest rates now dropping. And now that we're seeing that drop in interest rates, we're hoping and expecting that we'll see an uptick in the amount of new starts in the coming year, given the fact that there is a little bit of a housing crisis across most of America's major cities. And now I'm going to kick things over to Megan Kelly. She's going to talk briefly about our Artisan contractor programs and their 2025 results. So.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. As Matt indicated earlier, Alchemy has taken over as the MGA for the Cypress Property and Casualty Artisan General Liability program. So we are excited to be managing that program. That program, if you're not familiar with it, dates back to 2008. So definitely is a longstanding program. Both Cypress and Alchemy are dedicated to maintaining that program and its competitiveness. So under Alchemy's management, our initiative is to grow the program. We're focused on delivering the solutions that are needed in the market. Specifically, over the last 2 quarters, we've been busy evaluating the program to determine what future enhancements are needed. So in November, we launched the first of 2 program changes. We introduced 4 new class codes. We have the Carpentry NOC class code, an AC HVAC class code that is different from the 2 that we already have on the program. Handy person commercial and grading of land. All 4 of those were introduced in November, as I said. We have our phase 2 that is set to launch on 1/1 that is going to have many more class codes reintroduced along with some underwriting enhancements. We're continuing to leverage our streamlined online platform that allows you to rate, quote, bind online. Mid-year, we introduced e-signature capabilities, which really streamline getting that signed application from the insured. And more importantly, we're able to retain that in-house with less back and forth from the agent trying to track down those signed applications. And we also have direct underwriter access to support the fast quote to bind turnaround times. But most importantly is our agency feedback and our agency engagement. It's this partnership that allows us to kind of foster the program and grow the program. Most of all the changes that we have already implemented and that are in the pipeline stem from our agency feedbacks. So that's the goal is to provide a solution for the items that the agents are having difficulties placing, and we need to hear that. Our agents are, right on the front line. We rely on their feedback and your feedback for us to make enhancements to the program. A little bit about the market trends for GL. While the new permits in Florida have declined slightly over 2025, homeowners are still opting to renovate their homes rather than relocate. So that is definitely driving the remodeling and artisan trades. Our homeowners continue to prioritize and their projects and boost the property values and create energy efficiencies within their home. I kind of look back to see, what seems to have been a trend in 2020 is definitely still a trend where homeowners spent the majority of their time in the home. There's still that the value and wanting to make enhancements to their home. So we continue to see that on the contractor side. As with everything else, the labor and material costs are continuing to increase. The contractors are passing these costs through to the customers, which is affecting the project budgets and the timelines. We're continuing to see labor shortages for the skilled trades. Nothing new here. It's all in the news that we hear about this. This is leading to longer project timelines and higher labor rates across most of the trades. These labor rates have a direct impact on the Artisan general liability pricing, which is specifically tied to the payroll. So overall, we're expecting steady expansion in the remodeling segment and slight increases in the policy pricing due to these inflation and increases in labor rates.
Thank you so much, Megan. I really appreciate you talking to the greater masses on the Artisan Contractor Program and the trends within the industry. As Megan said, one of their key initiatives on their side is agency feedback. And again, I want to thank you all for your engagement, your feedback to us throughout 2025, because as you ask, we compile that data, we pass it back up, and we find solutions for opportunities for you. That is what we want to do as Alchemy. It's part of how we're transforming the insurance space. So in response to that, we actually have launched a knowledge base that is a web-based page that'll give you appetite guides. It will give you our QRCs, and it will give you system run-throughs where you can go ahead and walk right through the system in a scribe form, PDF, to familiarize yourself with how the quoting platforms work, how the tools themselves work, and we'll continue to develop and build out that knowledge base for you. For those of you who have been in there, thank you so much for checking it out and providing us feedback on it. For those of you that haven't, there's going to be a QR, I believe, and a link to it towards the later slides of this presentation. In addition to that, thank you guys for attending our monthly educational webinars. We're currently actually working on next year's calendar dates for what webinars we'll be offering on what months. Look for those to be, again, the last week of every single month with new and revolving topics. If there's a topic that you guys are interested in that you'd like to see us cover, feel free to shoot that over to my team. We're more than happy to consider relevant topics for you guys and even look for relevant guests as well for speakers. Additionally, listening to you guys, we have launched a sales operations team. There's a slide that we'll go over on that in the future deck as well. And then enhanced our access to underwriters. So we've actually broadened the channel access to underwriters to give you the opportunity to, get risks in front of them. If you believe that a declination is incorrect, you can register that with underwriters. If you have a problem, like I ran into one earlier today where Google was populating the incorrect address for a risk state, and the agent was concerned that their client would not be given a fair shake because it was showing a commercial property versus the actual true residential. Those direct contacts go a long way for you, your client, and for us. So we are looking to continue that expansion as well. And of course, obviously looking to develop our products out and our programs out to meet the needs of our agents. So all of that feedback that you provide to us on a daily basis are items that we take back and learn from and use that to develop who we are as an entity. As far as agent initiatives within 2025, obviously the top initiatives that came up were education and training. And so we have been working on and evolving that training, that knowledge base. Coming for 2026, we're going to have a more routine schedule for you guys for training. So in the event that you want to attend a training, you can just jump in on any monthly training, get the brush up and the feedback on what you need, and then get yourself back and quoting and engaged in the platforms. We'll also be looking at future incentive programs for our agencies, and then, of course, opportunities at networking and relationship building, both within and outside of the industry, as we continue to introduce you guys to new faces, both within our organization and outside of our organization. With that, I'm going to kick things over to our president, John Myers. He's going to go ahead and share with you probably the most exciting slides of this presentation and talk to you about 2026.
Thanks, Matt. I'm really excited to give you guys all a glimpse into what's coming in 2026 at Alchemy. And as we look ahead, I think it's really important. We have two overarching objectives that really guide the development of our roadmap. So first, for our existing programs, we truly do want to deliver a best in industry experience. We want to give you that simple binding workflow, the best coverage options and rates, and really ultimately a solution for every risk that you bring into our platform. With that in mind, we're excited to share certain program enhancements that we're rolling out across both our builder's risk and our artisan general liability verticals in the early part of 2026. And for builder's risk, our coastal program is being consolidated onto our unified Avari platform. And what does this mean? This means you'll be able to access all of our builder's risk capacity, including the capacity for your wind and hurricane exposed accounts, through the same easy admitted and E&S binding experience that you currently enjoy on the national program. We'll also be expanding our capacity limits. Currently, our E&S program provides you with capacity up to 5 million per account, and we're excited that in early 2026 that will double to 10 million in TIV per account within our E&S solutions. Additionally, our coastal program, as it comes onto the new platform, will also expand to offer you E&S solutions in all coastal states, aiming to deliver you solutions for your hurricane exposed accounts from Maine to Texas, and really not just in that Florida and Texas footprint that we're able to do so now. And finally, in the first quarter, we'll roll out endorsement self-service capabilities across these unified builder's risk programs. And this is consistent with our commitment to give you the easiest workflow possible and put as many self-service tools in your hands as we can. Outside of builder's risk, I know many members of the team are really excited to announce certain changes coming to our Artisan Contractors General Liability program. So in January, we will launch some new highly in-demand class codes throughout the program, including codes that cover concrete, door and window installers, stucco, masonry, waterproofing. And at the same time, our program will expand to provide coverage for new construction exposure. While we'll still have limits and/or exclusions on tract housing, the addition of coverage for new construction work really does strengthen the value proposition of our product. I won't spoil the fun too much, but there will be an upcoming webinar that Matt and Megan will host that's going to give you more key details on these exciting developments within the Artisan General Liability program. Outside of our existing programs, we remain committed to continuously developing and delivering new solutions, new products for our agency partners. With that in mind, in early 2026, we do have additional product solutions rolling out throughout our contractor-focused vertical. These include a premises liability solution that can be purchased either as an add-on to our builder's risk policies or on a standalone basis. Additionally, we'll launch a contractor's professional and pollution liability product that will also be fully bindable online through our unified builder's risk platform. Moving outside of the contractors vertical, we're really excited as we get closer to the launch of a new commercial habitational program. This will be aimed initially at condo facilities, apartment complexes, and other related exposures to start in the Southeast. This program should be available in the first half of 2026, and we'll share more information as the time approaches. Finally, to really wrap up our glimpse into our 2026 roadmap, I do want to mention that we continue to invest heavily in technology and service delivery enhancements. Whether this is, as Matt mentioned, through dedicated agent support teams or through self-service online tools that we make available to you, we really, really do want to deliver you an experience that exceeds your expectations. So I've heard the team mention it multiple times before, but I will reiterate. Ask as a favor if there are areas where we can improve or where we're not exceeding your expectations, please let us know, whether it's Matt or a member of the sales team. I would welcome you to reach out to me directly and provide that feedback. We really value that feedback. We look at every piece of feedback we receive, and we intentionally shape our roadmap and our priorities around that feedback from our partners. Matt, I'll flip it back to you.
Thank you so much, John. Really appreciate you taking time out from your schedule. Go ahead and herald us into 2026 with some really exciting details on our additions and our continued advancements. For those of you who want a chance to interact with us face-to-face in 2026, I wanted to make sure that we put out our initial trade show calendar to you. At this time, we will be attending INA, which is an aggregator network meeting over in January in Tampa. We'll be attending the PIA New York, New Jersey, or as it's sometimes called, PIA Northeast, over in June. Also in June would be the FAIA for those of you that are in Florida. So please come and say hi to myself, the rest of the team. The Agents Alliance will be the first time we're attending that. That will be over in Palm Desert, California in September. And then WSIA Marketplace in October in San Diego. Please feel free to follow us on LinkedIn, get more information about where we will be and what we'll be attending, so that you can get a chance to meet myself and my other team members face to face, get a chance to interact, put a face with the name here with Alchemy, and provide any kind of feedback, encouragement, excitement that you'd like. Of course, we want to hear it. And then if you guys are actually attending a trade show this year that you believe that we should be attending, please let us know in the chat or outside of the chat. You can reach out to myself, a member of our team. We're always looking for new ways to engage with our producers. Additional information for you guys in terms of how we can prepare for 2026, which is now just less than 2 weeks away. Make sure that you're familiarizing yourself with the players inside your local area. That would be on a business side of things, your local competitors, like what can you do differently? How can you provide excellent service to your clients? How can you attract a greater client base? Understanding the trends in your local areas. So is building going up and down the construction space? Are you seeing more people renovating their properties? Are more of your clients, in older homes that they may be looking to renovate or potentially looking to sell now that the interest rates have dropped another 1/4 of a point? All of these will help clue you into the reaches that you should make. Obviously, continue to build relationships. If you are looking to grow this vertical in your space, please let us know. We're happy to provide insight and additional information for you, such as like how to find out what kind of permits are being pulled locally, what contractors are active in your area. Engagement with contractors, lenders, investors, realtors will all help you grow that book of business on the builder's risk and on the construction space. Make sure that if you are active on social media or if you're on a website, make sure you're playing to your strengths as well. You are the expert. Your clients look to you for information. So be that expert. If you need materials, if you need relevant topic documents to promote on your social media, feel free to reach out to us as well. Myself or a member of my team will be more than happy to help you with that. And then, of course, as we know, this is an industry that is constantly changing, whether it's the construction space or the insurance space. So please make sure that you are kind of preparing and gut checking yourself for any market shifts or regulatory changes that may happen. For those of you who want to stay in the know, Please make sure that you're doing what you're doing today, which is attending our monthly webinars. Obviously, get yourself familiar with the players in your space, attend local trade shows, and then reach out to us if you need any placement within our programs that fits outside of the box. All right, now I'm going to go through some quick highlights, and of course, everyone's favorite, the Alchemy slide. Just quickly, for those of you who are on this call who are not familiar, Alchemy Insurance Solutions is a MGU focused on niche markets, primarily within the construction space. And as we continue to expand out, what we are looking to do as a corporate culture is transform the way that you guys look at insurance, basically transform the relationships inside of the space, giving you direct access to our underwriters, giving you faster underwriting turnaround times, giving you intuitive technology to be able to provide faster service to your clients, faster binds to your clients. So we're going to continue to do that going forward, looking at flexibility and our commitment to unwavering support of you guys. And again, as John said, and as Megan said, and as I said, your feedback is crucially important to us. We welcome it and we learn from it. So thank you very much again, and please feel free to keep that coming. As I talked about on one of the earlier slides, and now I'll dive into it a little bit more, we have launched a sales operations team in the last month or so, month and a half or so. Some of you have already maybe had the opportunity to interact with the team over there. They are your first line of defense. So if you have a question on any of our programs, if you have a customer service related issue, please feel free to call them. They're available Eastern Standard Time between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. They will be happy to help you with anything that comes up. If you want to reach them by email, feel free to email them at connect@alchemyins.com. All of these get logged in the system. They will go ahead and act on it promptly and get a response to you. If they need to escalate that, they will get you escalated to the right person to get that answered. It's just another way for us to deliver excellent customer service to you guys. We're happy to have that as an addition, and we will continue to add to that in the future as well. For your artisan contractor folks, for my Florida folks here who are, active in our artisan contractor program or want to be active in our artisan contractor program, again, Megan is the AVP of Commercial Product and Underwriting. The email address that you'll use to reach out for the artisan program is going to be the one that you see on the screen here. That is gluw@alchemyins.com. This is your direct channel to underwriting for the artisan program. So you can literally go direct to them and they will facilitate anything and everything they can to make sure that you're getting your clients situated within our program. As I said earlier, please stay tuned for future webinars. Again, we're going to look to do those at, consistently the last week of every single month. The next one is going to be January 28th, 2026. Wow, I have to get used to saying 2026 at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that topic is on our artisan contractor program. As John had mentioned earlier, we have some really exciting developments with regard to that artisan contractor program. Those new class codes and the new construction are available for you to quote today in our system. However, they're live for effective dates as of 1/1/2026. So any future effectives beyond 1/1 are available for these new additional class codes and for the new construction. So please go in, check us out, do some quoting, provide us the feedback you need, get your customers on board. Let's start to take advantage of those. But if you want to learn more about the AGL program and the coverages that we're expanding into, that's your opportunity to do that. So we will get an invitation out to that shortly, and then please go ahead and sign up. We would love to talk to you on that one. This slide is going to give you the access to the knowledge base, and we will share this slide deck and recording with you guys afterwards. This hyperlink takes you to the knowledge base. Knowledge base has breakdown for builder's risk and artisan contractor general liability in it, and all of the relevant documents housed underneath. If there's any documents that you guys are looking for that are not in the knowledge base, let us know. We'll periodically be adding to that knowledge base and expanding on things. And as John had said earlier, when we consolidate everything into the new policy management platform, into that Ivari platform, we'll go ahead and update the training materials for that coastal program as well, so that you will have everything consolidated into one singular document that you can actually download, have offline. You and your sales representatives can have that at their desk in the event that they need to reference anything with regard to appetite, system, program acceptance, or system tutorials. For those of you on the call who have not interacted with Alchemy yet, or maybe not appointed with Alchemy, there is a QR code on your screen right here. There is an email for the Connect box as well. If you would like to find out more about getting appointed with us for our programs, please feel free to go ahead and use that QR or send an email over to Connect at Alchemy INS. We will get you guys started with that process. It is a quick and easy turnaround with regard to appointment. And then we will follow up subsequently with your information, your trainings, your logins, and get you guys ready to go. For those of you who aren't following us on social media yet, here's a QR for our LinkedIn. This is where we are most active on social media. Anything that is, industry concerning, anything that is coverage concerning, anything that is Alchemy concerning, and any of our monthly webinars and trade show appearances will all be broadcasted on that LinkedIn channel. So please go ahead and follow us on LinkedIn. And you'll stay in the know on everything that is Alchemy related. You'll be some of the first to know when we launch these new programs and enhancements in 2026. All right. Now I'm going to open the floor for any questions that you guys might have. If you do have a question, please feel free to go ahead and hit that raise hand button. I will try and unmute your microphone so you can ask a question. All right, we're a pretty quiet group today. Looking like we're not having any questions. So with that being said, Matt, if you want to go on to the last couple slides here. I want to wish you guys a very happy holidays from all of us here at Alchemy. Again, we appreciate your time, we appreciate your support, and we appreciate you attending this webinar. We want to wish you all of the best in 2026 as well. And we put kind of a funny little kicker on the end of this one. So here's your dad joke for the new year, guys. We totally hope you enjoy. We thank you again so much for your continued support and look forward to a phenomenal 2026. So thank you all again for attending the webinar. I look forward to seeing you at future webinars and look forward to interacting with you in the future. Thank you.